and welcome back to our channel.
Today we are focusing on how to get the perfect personal statement
that will help you get offers from all your unis.
Let's jump straight into it. So these are the six quick tips which every applicant should bear in mind. So,
number 1, your personal statement should be mainly academic. I would say 85% is based on academics, books. I actually only wrote 5 lines about my extras.
And 2, so the books you should be around 3. I wouldn't put too many, otherwise you'll start to list. And the main thing is to talk about your opinions of the book prior and after reading it.
And don't just say the title of the book, maybe try and give some context, and you have to put the author name, so bear that in mind. Number 3 is articles and lectures, and also summer camps. So there are so many summer camps that you can go to, paid or unpaid, and there are many things that can help you get in if you're not as wealthy. Unique summer school, for example, or even if you go to a random lecture somewhere that's free, because normally there are loads of free lectures at unis, and those are so good to put on your personal statement.
So for economics, I recommend the ones at LSE. They're all free. You just book before.
Yeah.
Also at the IEA and other think tanks. They'll have loads basically.
Yeah, and also podcasts are really good.
I did a couple of online courses as well, and I wrote about it, and apparently the unis love that. It shows that you've taken your own initiative and done something outside the classroom.
Exactly.
That's what they look for.
If you read a random article that you find online, you can stick that in your personal statement.
And again, talk about your opinion on it. So number 4, you have to mention, I would probably put this at the start, like why this course specifically. Why is it so important? Why is it important to you as a student? And also why you're suitable for this course. Like why should you, out of like
thousands of people,
why should they pick you basically? Why are you passionate?
And number 5, you should research your uni. So for example, I went onto the Oxford website or the Warwick website and clicked on my course, so PPE, and I kind of found what they were looking for. So normally on their website they'll have a few lines about what they're looking for in their candidates, and you can steal some of their keywords.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah. So we really want someone who is curious about their subject and wants to find out more, etc. So I would kind of interweave what they were looking for, so I was their perfect candidate. I feel like this is so underrated and not a lot of people do this, so definitely go onto your uni website. And there's a few lines or like a page, just read through it.
Also, don't be too obvious that you applied to that specific uni. Don't say, oh, I want to go to Oxford.
Don't mention one uni.
You have one per statement for 5 unis, like be careful, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, but that said, here's a little secret. I basically did a very sly thing in mine. So in the last paragraph, I kind of name dropped an LSE lecturer for my course specifically for economic history, and I linked it because he specifically focused on the economic history in India, and I went to India that year, so I linked his article to like what I saw in India.
And the last tip, do you want to do it?
Okay, sure. Don't make things up, okay, because they will find out, specifically if you're applying to Oxbridge or American News, I don't know, in your interview. They might just be, in chapter 2 of this book, what did you think? And you didn't read it.
I mean, like, they probably won't be that specific, but so many friends actually had interviews where they mentioned your personal statement, so they would pick things out from your personal statement and ask you about it. So if you pretend you read a really impressive book, then you're a bit stuck.
Like, the tutors will know. They probably read it.
They will see right through it, so please do not make anything up.
Like, you'll be surprised the amount of people who do this. Okay, so now into the details. So we wrote out a plan. The first, you get 4,000 characters. And how many lines? I can't remember.
This depends. When you do it on Word, it'll be different. If you're in the UK and you're applying to UCAS, there's a certain amount of lines on the UCAS little box for your personal statement. And you need to be careful because 4,000 characters could actually take up more lines than you think.
Yeah, it's about like 600 words-ish, so you really need to be like economical and concise with your wording. So, intro, say why this course, What triggered you?
First thing is a trigger.
It could be something really weird.
I think mine was like, I picked up this book, I read it, and from then on I researched more. It could be a book, it could be a holiday, it could be a lecture.
I basically summed up why is this course so important. Oh, it was so hard. I applied to like 5 different courses. They have a similar name, but they're slightly different.
All niche.
I did economic history, and I did HPE, history, politics, economics, and then I did history and economics, and then economics and politics. So I had to be really careful with how much economics, how much politics, how much history to put in. And I basically started off with the tie between economics and politics, how important it is in the historical context.
Yeah.
So if you are doing a joint course, talk about both,
Yeah,
why they're
definitely.
important and why they're important now for you to study.
I might do a separate video on this, but for PPE especially, trying to get the balance between 3 different disciplines within one course, that's so difficult, as you found. So we could do another video on that. Definitely just say why it's important to study it now in the modern world or in the context of your course.
We could link our personal statements below.
If you guys are
get some
interested.
tips.
Yeah, so comment down below if you want to see our
Yeah.
personal statements.
Also, first paragraph, keep it short, don't make it bland.
Please do not plagiarise. Like,
Oh
this is
my
such a big
days.
thing, but they will know. Do not copy huge chunks or even lines from personal statements that you found online. Just don't.
Not even 5 words, I would not risk it.
Oh, and also try not to use really cliche words like passionate. That's one word you just should not use. The problem with passionate is that you need to back it up with something. So if you're excited about the course, you need to say why instead of just being, I'm really
Also,
excited.
show and not tell. So don't describe. You have to be, I want to study this course. This is what I've done.
This is like proof.
Everything you say, you need to prove it.
I would say it could be an essay. So this book I've read, I found this bit really
Keep
interesting.
it academic.
And then maybe say what you found interesting, what you thought about it, your own conclusions. Maybe even add some contrasting views in there from other scholars, etc. You could make it into a mini essay, but don't blab on. Obviously, you only have a few words.
How it incentivized you to do something else. So I said, after attending a lecture at the IEA, I started researching on this specific topic, and it inspired me to pursue my EPQ on this, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and I just love seeing you being inspired and then taking own initiative to further your interest, basically. Yeah.
So when we said before, don't add too many extras in, obviously that's important, but some things that I mentioned were MUN, which we both did. I also entered a few essay competitions, and especially if you've won prizes
Award, that's
or
like a wow
got
factor.
highly commended, then
Yeah.
definitely add that in. I also mentioned, I was head of economic society at my school. If you were a prefect, head of societies, clubs, anything like that, I would definitely add in. Young enterprise.
Oh yeah. The important thing is it should be super curricular, not just extracurricular. So everything that could be beneficial to your course, how your mind develops, how you can be a good university student. You mentioned I was netball captain, but how is this helpful?
Relevant.
Why is this relevant? Because it gave me leadership skills, it helped me work in a team, and it gave me determination of training and time management. So you really need to just explain why this will actually make you a good university student for them to accept. Not just I was football captain for 5 years.
That doesn't say anything.
Stop there.
So what? That's an important thing to bear in mind.
Everything you write, think so what?
I think that's the end of this video.
If you enjoyed it, I hope it was informative. If you'd like to know anything else, you could DM us on Instagram, or we'll put all our contact details below, or just comment on this video and we'll reply.
Yeah, we will have an Instagram as well to go along with our channel, so
yeah. Stay tuned and good luck for your application.
And please subscribe.
Bye.